Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are back in the Shimakaze. And I hope you guys are ready because this match can only be described as potentially the dumbest, best game I've ever had in World of Warships Legends. That's really high marks to live up to. I understand, but I don't think you guys will be disappointed. Because this game has everything. It has potato teammates. It has me being a potato. It has the enemy being potatoes. Like, there's potatoes everywhere. We're going to have us a potato salad by the end of this one. I promise. It's all going to be glorious. But, yeah. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed so far. We're almost wrapped up. This is the second to last video of our starting a new Japanese theme week. And it seems like you guys have really enjoyed it. You guys have absolutely, once again, smashed it. And I appreciate you guys. So, if you guys are really, really happy with what we're doing, punch the like button for me. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do that now. We'll wait. But right off the bat, we got two gross occur first out here just absolutely begging for it. Now, it's a domination match, so what am I doing? As a destroyer, I'm trying to get up here into the cap. I'm going to go ahead, fill this gap full of 15 torpedoes, and see what happens, you know? Sometimes you just throw the torps out there and hope for the best. And because there are two gigantic 1,000-foot-long behemoths out there, the odds that I catch one of them with some torpedoes at this point, pretty freaking good. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This first Torp strike is the most devastating Torp strike I've ever pulled off in my life. Wait for it. All the demon fish are about to find a home. And it was at this point he knew. He f***ed up. 1, 2, 3, 4. First kill. Don't worry, there's more where that came from. Some of those torps snuck through. A few of them, anyway. And there's a second gross occur first out there just absolutely begging for it. And then we get torpedoes coming from us. Yeah, we just smashed him with another 3 torpedoes. And I don't know about you guys, but 123,000 damage torpedo strike to start the game is pretty epic. Now, I see a Udachi here, right? Now, I have no problem going into a gunfight with a Udachi. He just used his torps. He's likely to use a torp reload booster here, so we got to be careful there. Now, we're going to go ahead and see if we can't take this man out. We are going to go ahead and drop smoke because we're going to get hit by the gross occur first here, and we're going to try to disengage. Now, to the astute among you, you may have noticed that the enemy is in the B cap. And so me dropping smoke to try to get away from them still keeps me spotted by the guy that's behind me, and that's not preferable. So I have to go all the way back around, and that is going to leave me wide open for this salvo from the gross occur first of all high explosive, and he takes all of my hit points. And that is going to absolutely cost me this game. Now I know what you're thinking. Spartan, you just started the game with 128,000 damage salvo. Well, there's 120,000 damage salvo anyway. But we shot the Udachi as well. And we are down to 2,000 health left because of that freaking Shimakaze who spotted me coming from the middle. Definitely did not see that coming. I was tunnel visioned. I was trying to break contact with the gross occur first. Udachi did not see the Shima who was lighting me up and also shooting at me. And that almost cost me my life already. But we know that the Shima got away. Or the Udachi was going away. We scared them off. It's time to try to capture this base if we can, but I also want to try to drop some more torps on this gross occur first. I don't have the hit points, the luxury of sitting here waiting, and the Shima is actually back in the cap. Or Shima or Udachi. One of the two is in the cap right now. Gonna probably be the Udachi. But we don't have the health anymore. We definitely can't afford to get spotted again with this gross occur first out here who's actually put a hurting on us. So, I have to make the tough decision to go ahead and get out of here, okay? I can't hang around. I've got no support. Everybody that was on my side left because that's what people do. And so we cannot stick around here. Now look at the position of the other destroyer on our team right here. Look at his positioning on the map. He's nowhere near any of the two enemy destroyers. Okay, he is in a Kaba. And what is the Kaba best at? Kaba is the premier gunboat in the game, bar none. There's no freaking destroyer in the game currently that can win a 1v1 versus a Kaba without getting some help or torps or something like that. If it's a fluke, it's a fluke. But generally speaking, a Kaba will absolutely murder any other destroyer in the game currently. So with that in mind, that is going to actually end up costing us in this one. Because he's so far away from everything, he can't torp anything, so he's got to be using his guns. I don't know if he's going to get any damage from out there. Maybe he was shooting people early in the match. I don't know. But we're going to have to double back. We can't take this spawn anymore. The Gross Occur First is coming over. We do have torps on the way to try to intercept that Gross Occur First, to once again try to get him off the board. And once again, we catch him slipping. Like he's not paying attention, and we are going to catch him with a torpedo here, and it's going to, oh yeah, barely, but 2,300 or 23,000 damage to the bow of that Gross Occur First. That tells you everything you need to know about this freaking Shima, man. If you sleep on a Shima, it will kill you, period. Like, you cannot afford to give up even one hit to a Shima's torpedoes. It's just, it hurts too much. Now, their Yami just absolutely brutalized our Azuma, which is not preferable. But, it is the thing. It does happen. We got brutalized early in the match, but the good thing about a destroyer is I control my engagements. If I don't want to get detected again, I don't get detected again. Alright? Well, generally speaking. Now, we are trying to get these torpedoes off here. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get the good shot that we wanted because of the island. But we are going to go around, and unfortunately, this Azuma has his health, or has his dead body right in the way. Like, right in the way. So I'm going to have to get a little bit closer, and that's going to play into it as we get our first two hits on the Yami, who was not expecting it. That man just got crept up on and absolutely flooded. And we got him with 2 floods. So he's actually dead right now. I shouldn't have thrown those torpedoes right there. He's dead. He's got a permaflood. He's got 2 permafloods, so he's not long for this world. He will die very quickly, and actually, our Azuma manages to kill him with a fire. I've got 2 floods on him, but the fire's the one that kills him, right? Gotta love it. But we're at 223,000 damage right now. I can't get into the base because I know their destroyers are there. I'm thinking about trying to get into the base. The Gross Occur First already died. The Yami already died. Now there are 2 destroyers left. It is a 2 versus 4. I must get into the base. And so, obviously, we try to get into the base. Their Yudachi's in a perfect position to spot me. And while I can win this fight against the Yudachi, I don't have a lot of health. I've got to try to make every shot count. And he, unfortunately, is not alone. And so he is going to get some help from the Shima to finish me off before I can finish him off. And that is going to absolutely lose us this match. Because with me going down, this Kaba is going to showcase 2 things, really. 1, he has no idea how to win the match. And 2, he does not have twist and track on this ship. Which is baffling to me. If you're running a Kaba and you are not running twist and track, what are you doing with your life? That's all I'm saying. He also has full health, which tells me he probably hasn't been in a big engagement at this point in the match. But that's a good thing in this sense, because we need him to find these destroyers and kill them, or get in the darn base and capture the base. It's a domination. None of those 2 guys are going to get into an engagement with a Kaba. Period. It's not going to happen. Our battleships are far enough back that they should be okay. You can see the torps coming in towards our battleships from a long ways away, so our battleships should have plenty of time to dodge. All this man needs to do is capture this base and we win. That's it. Capture this base and make sure that you don't lose the other base. That's all you have to do and you win this match. Unfortunately, he starts doing the right thing initially, but because he's chasing ghosts, because he's chasing torpedoes that were launched rather than trying to find the ship that launched them, he's chasing the launch angles of the torps, he's not going to find these Japanese destroyers. Now, one of them is currently an A. That would be the Udachi. So the good news is we're going to lose if we don't kill these guys at this point, because they're going to have 2 bases. We capture this base, we spend a long time capturing this base, and then we end up being down another potential shot. Now, Shima starts shooting at him. This is death for a Shima. This is absolutely death, but the Shima resets the cap. Huge play by the Shima. And what does the Shima do? He starts going evasive and trying to disappear, and he gets away with it. So he manages to reset the cap and disappear. Now, again, this man, the best thing he could have done here was capture this base. The battleship got into A and contested, which drove the Udachi out, because if the Udachi gets spotted, he's a dead man. He has no health left. We left him with nothing. Shima, once again, opens fire on a Kaba to reset the base. We have a battleship in the base. We have the Kaba here. This Shima is all but dead at this point. There is no way that this guy should get away with it. This Shima should be absolutely ripped apart by this Kaba. And the battleship behind him is doing a pretty good job of getting secondaries and main guns on him. And, of course, the Shima Torps that everybody knew was coming are right there. Now, luckily, Kaba saw him, got out of the way. Doesn't have to worry about it. But he got out of the basin, so did the battleship. So now they are throwing all of their eggs in the I'm going to find the Japanese destroyer basket, which is darn near impossible if you don't have twist and track. The Kaba has plenty of top speed to catch up to a Shima. Even if the Shima's running engine boost, the Kaba can catch it and kill it. So I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is the fact that we put all of our eggs into this basket, including our 2 battleships. One battleship's sitting back, which is making him a very easy target for the Udachi. The other battleship is following the Kaba after destroyers instead of just getting in the cap and capturing the base. Let the Kaba chase the man. The battleship should have stayed in the base. Because neither of these guys got in the base, they're going to keep their 2 cap advantage. The score difference is going to keep going up. And even though he does catch the Shima on the backside of his own smoke here, he is going to be able to kill the Shima. But that still leaves a Udachi who is not likely to repeat the same mistake. Now, look at the score difference. We know there's a smoke screen directly out ahead of him. He's turning right towards him. But he makes a mistake here. He's not angling on the premise that the Udachi's trying to run away. The Udachi's clearly trying to run away. He's still launching torps to the Massachusetts, but he can do so from 8 kilometers. And with the Massachusetts coming towards him, he can actually launch from much further than 8 kilometers if he's running the Screamer torps. But if he's not running the Screamer torps, he can launch from normal ranges, and with the guy coming at him, I mean, it's practically infinite. But here's the issue. He makes the decision far too late of turning out. So that allows this Udachi to slip away. And the Udachi's actually border humping right now. He's going full-on T-Bull shuffle out here. And with the Kaba bearing down on him, and the Kaba's got to be detected. Like, you know full well that this Kaba's detected right now. He knows that the guy is over there, but unfortunately he's not able to find him. Remember, these guys probably have a double concealment build where they're running 4.6 concealment, 4.6 kilometer concealment. So you've got to get real close in order to find them. And with only 1 minute and 30 seconds left, it's not looking good for our team, right? The odds that we find this man, especially considering that our Kaba keeps turning out, opening up his distance between, and look where the torps are coming from. The Udachi's right there, and that is going to kill our Kaba. Well done to the Udachi and Shima on the enemy team. Not so well done by our Kaba. If our Kaba had just went towards the border early, he would have detected the guy and removed him very, very quickly. But because he turned towards the battleship initially, when the battleship can spot out to the same distance, there's no reason to go towards the front of a battleship just because he had torps going towards him. And again, I'm not faulting this of the player. You know, it could just be an inexperienced player. Maybe this is the first legendary and so on and so forth. That's not what this is about. Don't think that I'm just sitting here hating on a person, okay? You saw how dumb I made a mistake early in the match. I pointed out as well. It's all about learning, guys. And so I'm not trying to hate on a person. I'm just pointing out the obvious. They made mistakes, and these mistakes are something that you can learn from and avoid in the future. So instead of chasing torpedoes, go to where you think that they're going to be going. And this battleship is actually doing the right thing here, going close enough to the edge of the border so that he can't slip past him again. But he's not going to catch up to the Udachi. There's only 10 seconds left. Udachi pulls it out, and I believe... No, he's not going to get a solo warrior. I lied. He's not going to get a solo warrior as a 1v3. But yeah, could have gotten a solo warrior here. But unfortunately, for him, it didn't. But... we end up with 227,000 damage done, 10 hits, 10 floods, 2 kills, guaranteed top of the leaderboard, 1,700 base XP, and you can see Kaba is nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, so you can see just probably an inexperienced player. So if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video. And if you made it this far into the video, name my favorite car manufacturer, and the first one to get it correct, I'll pin you.